Okay, hey guys, my name's Tess. This is not my first Flosstube video, but first on this new channel. I actually made one a few years ago on my old channel, and I ended up taking it down because I don't know why. I took all my videos down on my old channel, so I thought I'd start fresh and introduce myself again and chat about stitching. So, hey. I'm Tess. I live in Northern Virginia. I have a nice husband and two cute girls. They're my daughters. I'm a teacher, so right now I'm on summer break, which is probably why I have time to make a video. I'm going to try to get this one going in the summer so that when fall comes I can still just pop on an update real quick, and hopefully it won't be weird. Hopefully I'll have time for it. I'm loving summer break. I have to tell you, that is the best thing about my job. I get those summer months off to refresh, and I needed it. I've been traveling since June. I've actually been on vacation like solid since June, and then now I got home this week, finally unpacked everything, and I have time to do crafts, so that'll be fun. Other crafts I enjoy, I love scrapbooking. I'm trying to do all my vacation photos. We'll see if I can get them done. And then I also love to paint. That's a new hobby. I went to an art retreat last weekend and learned how to paint abstract flowers, and it was fun. So I'm hoping to go get some supplies today to get that one going a little more. That'll be fun. As far as cross stitching goes, I've been a good cross stitcher since I was a kid. I was self-taught. My aunt and my mom, they were pretty crafty, but I didn't grow up with my mom. She moved out when I was young, and nobody ever stitched, so I don't exactly know where I picked it up. My dad used to take us to Ben Franklin, the craft store in town, when we got good grades, and I think I just picked up a kit there for fun. Like, I saw it and I said, oh, let's try this. And I taught myself how to do it. So I loved it. And I did a bunch of kits when I was younger. I don't have much. I have one pillow that I kept. And it's a pretty cool pillow. I'll have to get that out sometime. But that's when I started, when I was a kid. And then once I grew up, I kind of did it here and there. When my daughters were born, that was 13 years ago now, I got, it was a book. And I kind of figured out how to buy your fabric and get all your flosses and start a project that way. But I never finished it until just recently. So I kind of worked on that same project here and there, just whenever I felt like it. I got it out in the car and just here and there. So it was kind of fun. And then 3 years ago, I bought, I was shopping just for fun on Etsy, and I realized that not scrapbooking, cross stitch had come so far from where it used to be, and the patterns were amazing, and I fell in love with like the designs. So it was Satsuma Street that kind of got me back into it. And oh, actually the birds are like right behind me here. You see that little one? It was that little bird design there, a bird on a branch, and that's what got me back into it. So I got that and some linen in the threads and started stitching. And then I went to YouTube because who doesn't go to YouTube, and looked up cross stitching, and I found Flosstube. And so I've been watching Flosstube for what, 3 years now? A long time, 3 or 4 years. So I feel like I know a lot of you because I watch your videos all the time. As far as stitchers in real life goes, I have a few pretty good friends in the stitching community. I live in Northern Virginia, so there's a big group of us here, and we get together at one of the libraries about once a month, and I can't always go, but I try to make it when I can, and it's fun to see everyone. I also have a good friend, Kim, who will cross stitch with me, and we get together pretty often too, so it's fun. I am going to Stitch Fest in October, so if you are coming to Virginia, we'll be there. Whips. Let's see, what have I been working on? This month I was traveling a lot, so I needed to bring a project that was compact enough to travel airports and fun enough to keep me busy in those airports and all over. We ended up going to London and Paris for a week each. So we were gone for 2 weeks on that trip, and it was like dream come true vacation. And I didn't work a lot on that project, but it's such a cute project. I love it. I ended up bringing Silver Creek Samplers Christmas Wish, or Christmas List, sorry. That's what that looks like. I love this design. I love that they have little images, the little car, little Santa Claus, and I love Christmas anyway, so anything Christmas related is like right up my alley. And I guess when I started this, I probably thought that it was going to be a lot bigger. I started it on the top center, and I have tons of space on the sides, so it happens. But here's what I've got finished so far. You can see, I love that turkey. Isn't that cute? The words stitch up really quick. It's all DMC that's called for, so that made it nice to travel with. And then the lights, they're just so cute. There's lots of snowflakes in there if you look closely. And then of course I used some sparkly fabric. That one, I knew right away I was going to do it on sparkly fabric. This one's called Crystal Sand, and it's a 32 count Belfast. I got it from, did I get this from I must have ordered it from Picture This Plus, but it's perfect for this design. Yeah, that's the same one they used on the Pie of the Month. Is that what it was? I did it last year. It's the pie one from Frosted Pumpkin, and I had that same fabric for that design, so I knew I wanted to use it. So I got the first 4 designs done, and hopefully I'll have time to work on that again before Christmas, because it's just fun to work on. More recently, once we got home, we came home on the 2nd of July, and it was 4th of July. I wanted to work on something a little patriotic, so I had a new start, and I've been working on, I worked on that, or the same one, for the couple weeks after that. I still have it on my frame. It's Red, White, and Bloom by Country Cottage. Isn't that cute? On this one, I love the flowers. Sorry, I'm trying not to get the glare. I loved all the flowers, and then I loved stitching letters, so those were fun. And this is what I've got done so far. I started in the center this time. This is actually a restart for me. I had started this last year, and I didn't like the fabric, and I didn't like the count. The count was 28 count, but the fabric that I was using, I think it was a little larger, so it just didn't look right. So I restarted it, and this is 32 count raw or natural linen that I got at my LNS, and I'm just using the called 4 colors, and I'm really liking how it looks. I started at the top and then moved down to the bottom side here, so this is just what I did last night. Just a little bloom. And I'll probably work on this one. I'll probably try to finish this part here, the bloom part. You can see on the design. Sorry, the glare is bad. Probably this part I'll try to finish before I move on. I don't know. See what I feel like. But that's what I was working on yesterday. Before I left on vacation, I started something new. And this is Country Cottage Needleworks. It's the Main Street series. And I just picked 5 designs that I loved from that series. Let me show you. I've got the post office. And that's the coffee shop. And the grocery. I love this one. It's pink. And then this is the bookstore. And this is the flower shop. So I have all 5 of those, and I'm going to put them, let's see, what order are they going to be in? So I started with this one. So it's going to go, yeah, it's going to go like this. So it'll be the post office, and then the coffee shop, and the grocery is going in the center. Just look like a good centering one. And then I'll go see that this one has a tree, and this one has stuff, and this one is kind of centered. So then I'll go tree and then stuff on this side too. So they'll go in a row, and I think that'll be cute. I just barely started that one before I left, but I'm already excited to get to work on it again. I used the Call For fabric, which is Star Sapphire, and it's one of those stiff ones. So it's not as nice to work on as some of the softer fabrics, but I think it's gonna look pretty. I like the color. You can see I just got the roof and a couple of those clouds from the post office in. And I'm using all the Call For threads so far. Haven't switched anything out. I might. Let's see, what else did I work on? These ones I worked as well. This is kind of my June stuff. June and May maybe. So I have a couple of giant whips here, and I have one small one. And I think I'll start with my giant ones first. So now I've never done Stitch Mania like as it should be, but I've always kind of done my own thing with that. This year I had a few new starts, but I tried to work on whips that I had started in May in previous years. And then last year in May, I did like 5 new starts, but I did them all on the same day. And I just got them started, and then I worked on them throughout the year. So that's kind of what I did in May last year. And then the year before that, I had 1 new start, Harry Potter, and I worked on him for an entire month, and then I've been working on him slowly since. So this year I got out Harry Potter, and it's the giant version, the Clouds Factory one. So it's got all the characters. You guys have seen it, I'm sure. And I'm halfway finished with it now. So I left out the little things here, the little wings, I'm going to go back in and put those in later, but I didn't quite know what colors I wanted to do, so I left them. I did moderate the colors here. I made them darker. I changed them here and there for the colors of the houses. I just wanted to make it my own, and I like things a little bit darker than what they had planned on there. So, all right, let me show you. I'm just gonna kind of roll up here. You can see there's the Quidditch players and the chess. I loved doing Moaning Myrtle. I was actually Moaning Myrtle for Halloween last year. I'm a teacher. We do books. Patronus, those are cool. And then some of the teachers. And down here, that's where I ended with one of the Weasley twins. So you can see I'm about halfway done. My fabric is huge. Let me see if I can show you. So there's the part that I've got done. But I've literally, I have all of this to work on still. It's huge. All right. This one is super fun to work on though. So I have a thought that I kind of want to get this done. Like, I love working on it, but I think I'm ready. So part of me thinks that I may just power through it and finish it. And then part of me is realistic and says, you'll probably get bored of that and want to work on something else. So I may put this one on my big Q-snap just to have on there and stitch when I want to, you know. Sometimes you feel like working on a big project, so yeah, this one might be fun. I don't know if I have a favorite. I love Moaning Myrtle, and I love these blue swirls on the sides. Those were really fun to stitch. So we'll see. We'll see if I get that out. It's part of my plans for next month. And I thought maybe just finishing that before school starts. Wouldn't it be fun to hang on my wall? One of the smaller starts that I worked on was another Silver Creek Samplers. And I love this design. It's kind of a wedding sampler, and that's what I was going to use it for, one for me and my husband. I loved it because of the words it said. It's just a little different than your traditional wedding sampler. So it says, no relationship is all sunshine, but two people can share an umbrella and walk through the storms together. Because you never know what comes up, but as long as you're together, you're good, right? And I like that it was kind of old-fashioned with the ducks. That kind of cracked me up. I don't know. I thought it was fun. So I started this one last year during Stitch Mania. This is one of my quick starts. And it's probably on my favorite fabric, which is Pewter by Picture This Plus. This is a 32 count. And it uses mostly specialty threads, I think. I just did the call for threads, but mostly specialty. And this is as far as I've gotten so far. Let's see. There it is. It's not going. Hello, I need you to focus. There it is. So no relationship is all sunshine. And I got the little cloud done and some of the rain. But I am happy about it, what I've gotten done, and I really can't wait to work on it again. So that was a fun one. I think it'll look nice when it's all done. The next piece I'm going to show you is probably my favorite. This is my favorite to work on, and most of winter time I had this one on my large Q-snaps to work on here and there, and you'll see why, because it's a really cool piece. So it's Ink Circles Big Red Ship of Life, and I did mine a little different. Most people start at the top. I started at the bottom. I'm working my way up. Okay, and I used some special threads. Who makes them? It's a silk from, why can't I remember the name? I'll get back to you on that. But it's a soap pack, and it's just a really pretty color scheme, and I'm gonna do it in sort of an ombre with the colors that are in this pack. And the way they were, like, when I purchased them, they're all in order in the bag, and that's exactly the one I'm gonna use. So this is so fun. I love this one. You can see what I've got done. I've gotten, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, and I'm working on my 6th. All right. So I call this the ombre big red ship of life. And I just love how it looked. Those sea creatures in the bottom were so fun to stitch. Every single one of them was like a little mini finish. And every single one of them made me smile so much. Little turtles and fish and crabs and octopus and sea monsters. You can't even tell what they are. I loved it. And I love the way that the side design looks, like right here, this little one here. I love how that looks with all the different colors in it. So the colors go up. We're still working on the purples. And then after the purples comes some red colors. And then it goes into oranges and yellows. So it ends up kind of being a sunset look. It's beautiful. I'm not even halfway finished with this. This one's a big one, and I will be working on it for a long time. But that's my ombre big red ship. And I absolutely love how it's turning out. And I don't know when I'm going to get this one back out. It was out for a long time in the winter. I had it out in May. Worked on it then too. So, I don't know. I may get that one out. Well, unless I do work on Harry Potter. Who knows? I don't have any rotation. I kind of just pick one of my whips to work on that I feel like working on. I do have a few whips that are sadly neglected because I just don't feel like stitching on them. I have like 4 of those, so I didn't bring those to show you. I had one new start. I started this two days ago, and it was fun. I ordered it online after seeing this one on Instagram and thinking the finished project was so cute. So it's Dimensions Christmas ornaments, and these are holiday trucks. And they're cute, aren't they? I mean, who doesn't want to make plaid trucks, right? And they have words with cute little polka dots and snow. And I was really excited about it. So when I ordered it, I thought I was getting a book, but I ended up getting a kit, which I was excited for because I didn't have to go shopping. Everything was here. So I started it. It's on the plastic canvas. That way you can cut it out when you're done. I hate plastic canvas. It's so no fun to stitch on, but I'm going to power through because those are cute. You can see here I got done the M, first letter. There was more color changes in that little M than I thought there would be, so that was fun. But so far so good, and I just worked on that for like one day. But this is the one I did first. It's right here, little Merry Camper. Isn't that cute? And I'm hoping, I don't know, I would love to get some of these done for Christmas presents this year. We'll see how this first one goes, and if it goes well, then maybe I'll stitch up another one. I really love this one, and I love the trucks here, so I'll try to work on those. So that's my newest start. I usually have a few projects going at the same time. So I have a large Q-snap, I have a medium Q-snap, and then I have a tiny one too, but I don't use that one all the time. So I almost always have a project on my large Q-snap and a project on my small Q-snap so that I can kind of go in between them. And then like this one, I could work on without a Q-snap at all. So I could go between 3 projects with this thing. So I'll probably do that. And I may stitch on 3 a day. I may stitch on 1. I may not stitch on 1 for a week, but they're ready to go if I want to. So that's kind of what I usually do. I did buy some other things, so I'll share my stash haul. These were cute. I got these at my local LNS, and then I ordered another kit online. I thought it was a book, but it's a kit. So I've got this one. It's a Silver Creek Samplers again, and I just love the dandelions. Aren't they cute? And it says, take a breath, gently blow, spread your dreams and let them grow. I thought it was kind of cute. I like the Silver Creek Samplers. Another one I picked up, and this is Priscilla and Chelsea's vault. Liberty Lane. How fun is that? And I plan to use the darker colors for those as well. I love the bright blues and bright reds. And this one, this was like, I walked by and saw it and had to have it. Is this pretty bluebird. Isn't it pretty? Bluebird Garden. And that one is by Artful Offerings. I thought he was so cute. So I may wait till fall to start this one, but I really like it. And then at the same time I ordered the trees, I ordered these ones as well. It's another Dimensions kit with those cute jars. Aren't they fun? And it's another thing. I see these on Instagram and they're beautiful, all finished up. So I can see now there's a lot of color changes and they're going to be a pain in the butt because it's on that canvas, but I'm going to power through it. Okay, what else was I going to show you? Oh, I remember. Okay, so I did have one finish, and it was one of my May starts from last year. I've been working on Boo Club from Lizzie Kate, and I finished it just before our vacation. So this is it. It's one of those long, you put all together the words, and it turned out so nice. It took me just about a year to finish this. And I worked on a little word here and there, but they stitched up really quick. They were quick to stitch, and it was just fun. When I got to the bottom, there was a mistake somewhere because I had to kind of flub like the placement of the candy, but that's okay. It worked, and I bet nobody else can tell but me. I don't even know where my mistake is. So here's the top. I don't know which one was my favorite. I love the spiders. And that frog took me the longest because I did not enjoy stitching it. Owls. I love owls. So that one's really cute. The house was fun. Brew, monster, I did love him. The ghost. And the bottom, Halloween. I love it. Yeah, I like Halloween stitching, but I'm more of a cutesy kind of stitcher, so anything cute in Halloween, I'll have to get, of course. And I love Lizzie Kate, so I have a lot of her designs. And I did not go into shopping mode when I heard she was going out, but I'm hoping I don't regret that either. So we'll see. Oh, I brought one other finish in a frame, and it was the one I was going to show it to you when I was talking about the stitching in the old days, you know. So this was the one I started when my daughter was born, and she's 13 now, and I just finished it. And I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be my daughter sitting on the thing. And it's not. She's not girly at all. She would never wear a flower dress, and she's got brown hair, but I still finish it, and it makes me happy. Yep, I worked on this for a long time, and it's not the best framed, but it is done. And it says dream, wish, love, believe, and you can see little cloud animals behind the girl sitting and dreaming of, you know, everything. So this was fun. I really worked hard on this 10 years ago, and I had all of this done except for the words, I think. And I had most of the stitching done in the girl, and then I got to this part and that's where I ended up stuck, like, done. And there are a lot of color changes down there, so maybe that's had something to do with it. But I decided to finish it up. Get that whip finished, whip it. So that's cool. I'm happy about it. It's so not my style now, but you grow, right? That's funny. All right. Well, my plans for the next few weeks, I think I'm going to work on Christmas ornament, Harry Potter, and I may work on the red, white, and bloom for just a little longer to finish out the blue. We'll see how that goes. I may switch over to one of the other smaller whips that I have. So that's my plan. If those three are my plan, I may switch. Let's see. I guess I'm done. So thanks for watching my new Flosstube video number 1 for my new channel. And probably none of you remember me anyway, because it was like 2 years ago that I made a video. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to try to update monthly. I don't think that I could do weekly because I am really busy during the school year. But hopefully monthly, and maybe just whenever I get a chance. So I'm glad I got to make the video though, and say hi again. And I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Thanks. Bye.